It's that time of the week. It's the Spark Question of the Week, and I'm Danny Palacio. And this week, the question is, whose map are you using? So I know that's kind of an odd question, but I'm going to share a quick story and then I'm going to get into the question. So there's a wonderful woman that I met years ago through a mutual friend of ours. Her name is Liv. And she lives in Minnesota. And at the time, I was here in Oregon, and then I moved to Minnesota, and I actually got to meet her. And since then, we've stayed connected. I've taken some of her classes, bought several of her different products that she produces, and you can find her, Liv Lane. It's LIVLANE.com, and she's a beautiful online store. And so she has these cards. Where she's an artist, and so she painted this beautiful little angel because she works with the angels. She hears them, she really communes with them, she lives with them on a daily basis, like I live with Violet, my cat, right? Like they're all part of each other, and it's beautiful. And this was part of, if you're watching, it's a lovely little card, and I'm going to read the back of it, and this is from the angels through Liv. So it's tempting to ask others for directions when you're paving your own path, but no one else knows the way to get to who and where you're meant to be. Create your own map, using your intuition and interest to guide the way. Mark your milestones. Recall those mountains that you've climbed and note the dead ends that you don't care to revisit. Remember the spaces where you've felt most at home. Memorize the spots that have breathtaking views and keep returning to the places where joy overflows. You can certainly receive insights from fellow travelers you respect, but notice whether their choices align with what feels good and right to you. The truth is, no one else on earth has the directions to where you'll find your truest, happiest, highest self. Only you can pave that path, and it's never too late to begin. And I love that. I love that message, and I want to encourage you to do just that. So the question was, whose map are you using? If it's not yours, throw it out, burn it up, cut it up. Like, you don't need anyone else's map to whatever they think they need to get to. Like, again, nobody has your map. You do have to create your map, your path to what it is you say you want, and getting clear on what you want, and then paving the path. So even the Spark Questions of the Week, a Waking Moment podcast, it's all to spark an idea, ponder a new thought, sit with something you're contemplating. And I think I've said it several times. By no means do I know what's good for you, because I don't. And when I'm in session with someone, I am like, Liv, right? Like in that way, like I open up and I listen to the soul. I listen to the energy. I listen to their guides and to the angels, for that unique, very unique frequency known as energy, known as a soul in human form. And it's beautiful to bring forth information that's not mine, but is from a higher perspective. And so look at where you're going and look at the map that you're using. If you've made it, you've adapted it, great. Keep going. And if you're like, oh, no, I mean, I read this book and then I followed all the things that author told me to do to feel more joy, to have a successful job, to build a new business, to, what is that one? Influence and win friends or something like that. There used to be a book about that. I'm sure there's more about that. And anyone that's in that space giving you step-by-step directions, remember, it worked for them. It may not work for you, and it may not be true for you. So always ask yourself, is this right for me? Does this feel good to me? Is it going to help me move forward in my life? Or is it just am I just on the hamster wheel driving myself crazy doing the same thing in a different way, but the same thing over and over and over again. And you're not actually going anywhere. So there you go. That was a lot to process, even for me. So I'm going to go check my map. I hope that you do the same and have a wonderful week. And I will have the next question next Wednesday.